Lord God instructed his servant Alfred Adah to gather his people in Nigeria. He received this instruction on 26 June 2019. According to Joel chapter 2 from verse 1 to 32. To weep before the porch and the altar, so that he, God, does not hand over his inheritance to the nations. Joel 2:15 to 17.
My name is Alfred Adah. I'm an evangelist, singer and a peace advocate. I'm also the National Coordinator for Upright Humanitarian Foundation. For close to a decade now, I and my team have been carrying out peace projects from 2012 till date within troubled communities of Nigeria. Our first peace project took place within Kaduna Metropolis after the first bomb blast on 22nd December 2012, and it was entitled Say No to Violence. And the next project took place in Abuja Metropolis on World Peace Day and was entitled Give Peace a Chance. And then on 11th of November 2018, we had the Walking in Love project within Kano Metropolis, Kano State. And on 11th to 15th February 2019, before the elections, we had another peace project entitled 2019 Elections, Vote Peacefully, Say No to Violence. It spanned within 3 states, including the FCT, Benue, and Nasarawa states were also inclusive, just to mention but a few. We were planning to embark on the next peace project entitled Life is More Precious Than Gold, as at that time lives were being wasted, killings were ongoing in several parts of Nigeria. I wanted to make Nigerians realize how valuable and precious a human life is. But while seeking the face of the Lord in my hotel room, the Center for Renewal, U-Turn, Jos Plateau State, on 8th of June 2019, the Lord spoke expressly to me and said, meet 2 of my servants. I will hold their names for now, for anointing, for empowerment, before taking any further step. In obedience to his word, he confirmed his word. And 9 months later, I had the awesome privilege of meeting with his first servant on 9th March 2020. Also, the following month, I had another great privilege of meeting with one of his generals within the nation of Nigeria as instructed by him, who also laid hands on me and poured oil on me. That was on 7th April 2020. Having obeyed his instructions, I began to inquire from him on what next to do, and he took me to an assignment he had given me 7 to 8 months earlier. And the assignment was for me to gather his people in Nigeria to pray, so that he, God, does not hand over his heritage to the heathen, according to Joel chapter 2, from verse 1 to 32. But I was so terrified, I was so worried. How come me? Who am I to carry on such a great task? I thought to myself, who would believe me? How would I even fund it? How would I go about it? So I just kept it neatly in a file, in a folder. Not until on 26 January 2020, while I was in Lagos, Oshodi, I was having a serious burden on my mind that God wanted to do something. So I began praying and seeking His face, what He was saying. And He laid a serious burden on my mind to return back to Abuja, to my house, to pick the details He had given me concerning the gathering of His people. So I couldn't leave the following day, but a day after I left for Abuja, I picked the entire documents. And as soon as I returned to Lagos, I began compiling letters and writing to top big churches in Nigeria, some of their general overseers and pastors alike. Here is the message I was commanded by the Lord to give to His people in Nigeria. Blow the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord is coming, for it is at hand. Joel chapter 2 verse 1. And He said to me again, Now therefore says the Lord, turn to me with all your hearts, with fasting, with weeping, and with mourning. So rend your heart, and not your garments. Return to the Lord your God, for He is gracious and merciful, slow to anger, and of great kindness, and He relents from doing harm. That is Joel chapter 2, verses 12 to 13. And He said to me, Blow the trumpet in Zion, consecrate a fast, call a sacred assembly, gather the people, sanctify the congregation, assemble the elders. Let the priests who minister to the Lord weep between the porch and the altar. Let them say, Spare your people, O Lord, and do not give your heritage to reproach, that the nations should rule over them. Why should they say among the peoples, Where is their God? And this is a summary of the message the Lord has asked me to give to His people, now dear nation, Nigeria. Soon, by God's grace, we will commence the Pray for Nigeria campaign online as instructed by the Lord. But for now, we await further directives from the Lord on how to go about it. Thank you for taking out time to listen. God bless you.